How's it going, everybody? We're gonna go ahead and get her started. You don't mind commenting on kind of stream health right now, as I am fighting with whoop, is that? There it is. Yeah, see, I'm fighting with Comcast. I'm also fighting with Streamlabs today. Oh, there we go. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure that behind me is presentable right now, you know. Anyway, how's it going? Be writing code today, kind of chilling. I made some changes since the last time we talked, so I'll kind of go over those and yeah, talk about what we're going to be doing from going forward. What's up, Komkage? How are you doing? See what's going on here. Close that. There we go. Cool. Is this the page? Is this the page? And test it. Make sure that it's actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's not. If it would, you'd be seeing it. So let's do the live reload here. There we go. Open with live server. There we go. More singing. I'm doing alright. Just kind of hanging out. Trying to get my energy up today. There we go. Cool. Yeah. So I'll kind of go over these changes I made over the course of the past few days, and then we'll move some stuff. I have a couple of questions that I need to ask the Google, so we'll exercise some Google-fi. I don't like the way that this is written, so I need to figure that out. But basically, so what I did was I moved.
Here's an answer from Google.
Oh gosh, my Google is talking to me. Whoosh. So I moved Pokemon into its own class as a constructor. Down here you can see where we use the constructor based off of these responses that we get from this API. I want to at some point move the API into its own function, so we can kind of do call it that way rather than just having it, of course, load when the page loads. But we'll move into that as we get some of this code written. Anyway, the reason I went with a class is so that we can write methods within this class. And as you'll recall, last time I'll actually just throw that up on this list. Excuse me. Response moves. Yeah. So I'll console log. And yeah, if you're having a hard time seeing, or if stuff is laggy, let me know. I just rebooted my router, so we should be good. But yeah, again, I'm fighting with Comcast, so it's whatever. It's what it is. No worries. We'll get through it. I also need some water. Yeah. So let's log what we're returning. As far as that list on the moves, his moves, right? Well, so I go over on my data every single month, right? Because I do this, and I have kids that are at home and they use the internet. So here we're returning. This is an entire. I run a business. You know, I work. And I use the internet at work, so we're always online. My daughter is always streaming stuff, so we're just always online. I always go over my data, and so I got to the point where it's like, yeah, what do I have to do to not be charged the overage, and I just pay more every month. And they sent me this X-Fi box, And I hate it because it makes it so that I can't use any of the stuff that I want to use. Like my I can't sit behind a VPN on the X5 box. It bugs the crap out of me. So I said no. But I need to figure out how to get unlimited data from Comcast without going through the X5 box. And I think right now they're reading me as, hey, he's using an X5 box, but I'm actually not. Like I bought my own router because I don't like the X5 box. Screw it. Anyway, so this is what we're returning right now for Bulbasaur. This is an array or an object of moves. What am I trying to say? This is an object of all of his moves that he ever learns, either through level up and for every single region. So, yeah, it's not cool. So what I did here was I made a function that kind of goes through this list, and for each item in the move list, that we get this.move list from the Pokemon class, I'm going to create a move, right? I'm going to put it into this move variable, and then am I using this? Yeah, I'm using that. And then I'm going through, and for each version in the version details, if the version details name is red and blue, and the Pokemon learns it through level up, then we'll push it to this list. And my question at this point now is, and I'll show you what that list looks like now. Let's look. So now I can just say, let's say monster, right? So this monster is an instance of the Pokemon class, and I'm going to just call this function. And I have to console log it. Excuse me. Let me get some music on up in here in a second. Okay, so this is all of the moves that he learns through level up in red and blue, or red and green, whatever you want to call it. I think I named it red and blue just for the sake of consistency. I'm going to try for some music, because I like music when I'm coding. Y'all can let me know if it slows down the stream too much. Anyway. Alright, y'all can enjoy that too. Maybe. Cool. Yeah, so it's working now. So my question now is this: can I push an object into this array? Because I don't just want the move names. I want also some more information that's coming along with it, and specifically, I'll show you what that is. Actually, let's just change what I'm pushing into this object for a second, so that y'all can see what else I want to get into this. I want to get the version details. Yeah, right? Is that what I want? Let's check. Yeah, that's what I want. Because, yep. I think maybe even better. Yep, exactly. Because this will parse it down to. So we want both of these things. We want not only the name of the move, which we're not getting right now, but we want to get the name of the or the version details for that move. So that's kind of my question right now. Can I push an object into this object? Can I use or can I push an object into this array? Uh-oh. Headphones are dying. Switch to a wire. Give me a second. Ill prepared. Shame, shame. So that's right. That's good. I'll take these off. You guys should probably, yeah, y'all can still hear me. I just can't hear anything now. It's not what I wanted. I think y'all can probably still hear the music though too, which is cool. Y'all, I don't know where that's coming from today. These things are garbage. I don't like these headphones. Oh well. But I can hear now, so that's better. Y'all should be able to hear. Y'all should be able to hear too, so that's good. Alright, so yeah. Can we use array push? Let's see. Let's look at this first of all. Let's look at the documentation for this. See if we can find it. Push API, Firefox, push messages, this is what we'll one or more elements. Yeah. It looks like you can. Okay. And it looks like maybe we would, using an object in an array-like fashion, as mentioned above, push is intentionally generic, so we can use that to our advantage. Okay, so okay, it's just to illustrate your object that length would be 2. Okay, well, let's give it a shot. Oh, I see. Using an object in a fashion. And it just works because JavaScript is nebulous. I like how it's like making it's making this look like it's like, oh, it's actually really good, but you have to kind of bend over backwards to get. So I think the issue here is that, what is it? Objects, maybe objects. Do objects have a fixed size in JavaScript? I'm not sure. So we have to like increment it every time we add something to an object. Do objects have a fixed size JavaScript? I'm just gonna let's see. It's not possible to create a native JavaScript array. So it does seem like, so arrays objects are a fixed length, but arrays are not. It seems like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's snap to. Let's see if we can just get this in here by. I'm just gonna do this and see if it works. I don't know if it will. Is that right? Let's see. It's already complaining at me, so I'm gonna guess no. Comment if you're I'm okay with accepting feedback as well. So there's that. I think this is wrong. So obviously my syntax is wrong. Is it because I need to be calling it this way? Maybe if I put bling, no, then I still haven't put, what's it called? It's yelling at me left and right, so obviously I'm doing something wrong. Struggling today. Alright, uncomfortable. Let's see. Push this element. Pushing an object into an array. There we go. Pushing an object into an array. Okay, so you have to create an object. So I think what it is maybe we have to predefine the object. Maybe we have to predefine where each of these elements that we're trying to push into the object is going. We have to give it the object a name and version details space, our new object. Maybe this red green move list deal. Let's look. I know it's simple, but I can't get it. I have this code. He wants to do push nieto something like string label gotcha. You have to create an object, assign the values to the object, and then push it to the array. Okay, so we already have our move list, so that's good. Now we have to come into here, right? Is what it looks like. And maybe we say let, yeah, this is it, y'all. Let move equal an object, and then we'll say move. This is the so what we're doing here is we're establishing key value pairs, right? And so it looks like move. We're using this as our first key, which is name. Right, and we want that to be move dot name because that's where it is. I believe it might actually. I think it's under move dot name. Let's see. That might be right. Either way, we can fix it. And then the next thing we'll do is I'm going to call these move slots so that we don't get confused. Whoa. Okay, there we go. I got a new mouse, I'm getting used to it. Move slot, and then the second part of the move slot is going to be details. And that's going to be equal to version details version, and that should be matched up just fine, I believe. Yeah, and then we'll push the move slot itself to the red green. Why is it called red green move list? We need to change that, I think. We'll change that overall here in just a moment. I just want to keep it consistent. We'll push the move slot to the move list, and now we'll see what we got here. Y'all, we did it! Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Perfect what we wanted. Yes! That is so cool. It is exactly the way that we want to see it. That's so exciting, you guys. That was a breakthrough. That was like the exact breakthrough that I needed. My heart is like exploding with joy. For the one viewer that's here, I'm so glad that you're here to chill with me. I learned a lot just now. So first of all, I learned that before you use an object, right, you have to create that object. So we created a new move slot, and then we created new key value pairs for that move slot. So yeah, this is huge. And then we push the move slot overall to the red-green move list. I'm going to check to verify, but I'm pretty sure that these are all on point. Like these are level learned at 1. Yeah, growl, 1. Leech seed should be, 7. Growth is later on in the game, and I don't think Bulbasaur learns it until after, after it would have evolved. Razor Leaf is like level 13. 27. It's Ivysaur. But anyway, check that out. That's cool. We totally just created this cool function. So I'm going to, real quick, do a control find on... Wait, what's going on? Mysteries. Like I've done this before or something. Yeah. Probably because I have. And then, yeah, I want to replace all. How do I replace all? Is it Alt? Thank you. Cool. There it is. That's awesome. Good stuff. That's so exciting. So there's its move list, and we can, the next thing that we want to do before we get this to the screen or to the player is we want to sort the list. Do we want to sort the list? Yeah, I kind of like I dig doing all this stuff on the back end rather than yeah. So let's do that. Maybe because this is going to be extensible, right? We totally want this to be extensible. We're gonna change this get red blue list because we want it to be usable for the future. This is unbearably like reusable or like unbearably like inextensible right now. Not unbearably. But if we were to, for instance, instead of using get red blue list, right? We could say get region list. And then get moves would accept a region key. Right? I think that's, if my logic follows, then we should be solid to make this like way more extensible by changing the get red blue list method to accept a variable, aka a region key. Ew. Like playing with my hair and now it's like falling out because I'm overplaying with it. Anyways, yeah. So we can get this. What we can make this method get red blue list. We can change it to like get region list. Have it accept a region key from the constructor method. Yeah. And that will... Yeah, I like these ideas. These ideas are good. This is good. So, this is what we'll do. Region key. We're going to put that here. We're going to have, of course, this in the constructor. This region key equals region key. That is going to be accepted. Okay. This function, I'm gonna just comment here. Change the name of this getter. And have it accept a region key. It'll accept this dot region key. So here will be the region key. I'm just gonna keep the name the same right now, because notice we're as it stands right now, we haven't really changed anything. I'm gonna feed the region key in here. I already know that is the region key that we're looking for, so I'm just gonna keep it as a constant. Eventually we're gonna set it up inside the class as like a I guess like a private, isn't it like a private key or something like that? I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong, but we'll get there. Anyway, so we're having it accept this region key so that it gets only from a specific region. So check this out. So actually it's feeding the region key through, it looks like. Let's check. I think that if we were to console.log region key right here, we would see red and blue because we were, oh, we didn't. So let's see. This dot region key. Oh, that's not even being called. Oh, of course. That's why. Because I'm not calling the getMoves function. That's why. Excuse me. Watch. That should be right? Yeah. See? There it is. Being called from here. Now I'm getting this. Monster.moves is not a function. Ah. Does it still work? Well, it would if I close my parens, right? Good deal. Cool. And we're in business. Back in business. Cool. So let's continue to make this more extensible. We know that we're getting our region key correctly. We're now calling instead of the get red blue list, we're calling the moves function, and now we're going to change this so that it is it's going to be more extensible based off of the region key that we're passing in now. And so the way that we're going to do that is, check this out. We only have to change one bit of code, and it's this to make it a variable. And the variable is region key. Am I not using it correct? Is it just this? Am I thinking of React? Yeah, I'm thinking of React or some JavaScript. Something, I'm sure. Some JavaScript framework. But anyway, as you can see, it works. We're passing in this region key that we've established with our constructor. And we can actually change it. Let's see. We can say gold, silver. Let's see if it changes anything for us. Yeah, it does. See, Bulbasaur learns different moves in gold and silver. Sweet Sense and Synthesis. We can even change it to, let's see, Crystal, right? Let's see if Bulbasaur learns anything different in Crystal. It doesn't. Let's say Sun Moon, right? So now this is way more reusable, right? This is something that when we come around to our adventures in Johto or what have you, it is... Oh, check it out. Whoa. What is going on? That's bizarre. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, when we come to our adventures in like Johto or Sinnoh or Hoenn, you know what I mean. We don't have to change anything about this code. We just have to pass in a new region key. So that's dope. Perfect. I like it. We're gonna change the name of this function. So let me just copy it. I'll paste it here. Replace it. Get red blue list. Let's just say get regional move set. I kind of like that vernacular better. And it should still be working. Yeah! Alright, this is cool. Coming along great, y'all. The one viewer that's still hanging with me, I appreciate you. Yeah, so we just made this like super duper more extensible. So let's go ahead and do a quick sort on it too. We want to sort it by this number. Watch. So there's a number in our details. Level learned at. Details level learned at. So we want to sort by that. So let's check out documentation on JavaScript sort. This is perfect. The sort method sorts elements of an array in place and returns a sorted array. So this is, I've already done this once, actually. Haha. Fun fact. This is kind of the vernacular that we'll use here. So there's our items. We already have our items defined. So what we'll do is now we'll take our red, blue. Oh, we want to change that too. But we'll change it here in just a second. Sort. We'll open up this function. We're going to pass in these two parameters, and this is just using, it's like a comparator, okay? So basically what it's going to do is it's taking the value of A. So it's going to go through this list. It's going to assign, so it's going to pass in the first two values of this list, right? Assign one to A, assign one to B, and then it's going to compare the two values. It's going to say which one is bigger. Or which one is less, put that at the top of the list. The one that's bigger stays underneath. And then it's going to go to the next thing, and it's going to compare the next two. And it's going to keep doing that until the entire array is sorted. And then we have the sorted array with the values of lesser, or the things that have the lesser value on top, and the things that have the greater value on the bottom. The way effectively the way that we want them. So. So return a dot details dot level learned at was, I believe, what was the name of that field. Let's make sure. Come over here. I'm checking the field. It's already doing it. So cool. This is so rewarding. Yep, see, level learned at. And you see how it's sorting it? And our list is beautifully sorted. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Alright, I'm just kind of cleaning up code now. So now we want this regional move list. I'm just going to keep it list while it's within, and then move set when it comes out. Red, blue, move list. Nope. In the future we can do something even bigger and better. Is we can change it to, instead of just the moves that it learns by level up, the moves that it learns by TM as well. So something to bear in mind. So why did we do that? Well, effectively, it's to keep this private from the outside. This is called, in object-oriented design, this is a thing called encapsulation, where this would typically be private, and like the outside code would only be able to see this getter method and this. But yeah, it's just to keep the stuff clean. I dig it, y'all. This is cool. So we got it to where we want it to be. We have a sorted list. Let's check. We didn't really look into it too hard. That looks right to me. Yeah. This is awesome. Cool. I'm gonna try for a different Pokemon. Let's try for cool. Sorted. Lovely. It is awesome. That's so cool. I'm just you ever have those moments where you're like, yeah, I'm a real coder. I can code things. That's kind of the moment that I just had there. Anyway, yeah, so we have it. We have it all set and ready to go. I guess now is a good time to start sending information to the page. Yeah. What we can do is we can create getters and setters. Is that a method? Is that a... Can you use, is JavaScript a set? Or do they have set in JavaScript? They should. Complete beginners. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Classes. Extends. Private class fields. Public class fields. I guess we want to make those private. So that only... Let's see. JavaScript set. Yeah. Nope, that's not what I was talking about. Yeah, there we go. So what? Binds an object property to a function to be called when there is an attempt to set that property. So what? We can do that to when there's what? A setter. Set. Hey, no worries, man. Glad to have you. I'm glad you could stop in. I'll do a quick review. This is a good place to do that. I'm kind of looking right now at just getting this. Let me go over this because this is really exciting. last time we were just kind of returning like a set of, or like just its move list, which if you look at the move list that we're getting back from the API, it's for whatever we're looking at specifically is gigantic, because it's all the moves that it learns, all the moves that it learns for every single version, and we don't want that. We just wanted the red and blue moves. So what we did was we created this function that goes through the move list right here. And it says for each item in the move list, create a move. And it does. And then for each version and version details, if the version details at the time we had it set to red and blue, and if the learn methods was level up, then we push that. We actually created this part, which was kind of the coolest bit of engineering I think we did today. Yeah, and then we create this like new move slot, and then instead of using what we were given, we create these new move slots and we push those, and then we use this to alphabetize, or not alphabetize, we're sorting by the level that they learn it. And then returning the regional move list. And now I think what we'll do is, so we have the get moves function. I kind of want to start building setters for each of these things too. That way we have, yeah. So what do I mean by that? Let's see. I'll actually just say get name and return this dot name, right? But I also want it to uppercase. Yes. So, and I'll show you where that is in the. Let's just look at that. Only has a getter can have a property name. What did it say? I don't even know what it said. Yep. So if you go into this was the new move slot object that we created. The move slot object has in it the name of the move and then the move details, the level that it learns it, how it learns it, and the version group. Which really we could probably just put the name and the level, and that'd be just fine. But I'll keep it this way for right now. We'll think about changing it later. Let me get this off. It's starting to bother me. I don't know why. Alright. So what now? So now I want to start looking at like getting like getters and setters. But I don't know anything about getters and setters in JavaScript, and it just threw that weird get name. Yeah, exactly. So there's also, as a part of the like bigger list, there's also another learn method name called like TM or something like that, or by machine or something like that. We could also change that on our Pokemon to make it switchable, and then that way, once it's switchable, we'd be able to easily return not only like the level ups, but the TM moves, excuse me. So yeah, good stuff. Let's see. Unexpected token get. Well, let's see. Return this dot name. What is this syntax error that is? Cannot set property name. what I'm doing, actually. So I'm reading stuff. Set property. What? A set syntax binds an object property to a function to be called when there is an attempt to set that property. What is this? And then that's calling what? 21. This dot name. And what's it saying? At 72. What? Cannot set property name of a Pokemon which only has a getter. I don't know what that means. Let's just set it. Cannot set property of object. There we go. What does this mean? You're causing this to result in calling the getter, which will recursively it's because of the names that I'm giving everything, I think. Yeah, watch. Nope. Yeah. So that's what's going on. So, do you see what's going on? Is anyone else kind of following along as to what hocus pocus I was doing and why I didn't like it? It's because I was naming this get name, and it is calling the right thing, but it was getting hung up on like my naming conventions. So I think that if I were to like change this to monster name, right? And then do this, maybe then it wouldn't. Yeah, see, that doesn't cry. And I kind of dig that, right? That's okay. We can deal with that, I think. I want to see what's in here now. Whoa, where's this monster's name, man? Oh. Probably that. I shouldn't change it there because this is the response from the API and not this. There we go. That's better. Cool. I kind of want to call this something different. Move set. Does that look better? I think so. I'm happy with that. Very happy. Cool. How does 2 uppercase work? Do we want to do that here in the JavaScript? Basically what I'm asking is, do we want everything to be ready? String method 2 uppercase. Oh my goodness, I did something bad, y'all. Look at me. I'm over here on W3 Fools setting bad examples and stuff. Oh, here we go. That's better. That's better. Cool. Let's go for it. So, let's say what? Let's just create a new. Do we need anything? We need 2 uppercase. This dot name. 2 uppercase? Can we just do that? I don't like that. I would rather just transform it. So let's do this. Const. That's the method that we'll use. And then we'll actually return the proper name instead. Check to see if it works. That's not what we wanted. So we don't want 2 uppercase. Probably a capitalized function. Is there something different? What's a related string method? See also what string methods. I know there's one that capitalizes just the. Oh, it's probably capitalized, is it? Let's see. Capitalized first letter. It's. Oh, it's not. There is no. I could have sworn there was a native function. However, there's not. So. It looks like we have to create create a function that does it for us. Let's do it. I'm just gonna write it out. I know that it might seem tedious, but Cool. Const, capitalize, equal. He's passing in a string. I like that. He's doing ES6. What's this called? This is called what kind of function is this? I can't remember. Let's see. JavaScript function declaration. This is an expression or this is a declaration? Function declaration. No. I can't remember what the difference here is. Function expressions. While function declaration above is, it can also be created by a function expression. Such a function can be anonymous, doesn't have to have a name. So it feels like such a function can be anonymous. This is a name can be provided. This is the same thing. What's going on here? Oh, this is the name that's being provided. We're assigning this. What is this then? Is there anything that's syntactically different? Is this... Let's look at this. This seems like a good one. What's the difference between all of these? Alright, function declaration. Which is what we don't have anything like that. Not yet. I see. Yeah. Function expression. There we go. It's determined by a function keyword followed by an optional function name. No, that's not what I wanted. An arrow function. That's what this is. That's wild. I want to use an arrow function just because I think it looks nicer. I don't think there's anything wrong with using the arrow function here, so that's what we'll do. Alright, if this is saying type of is a built-in JavaScript method that checks for, we'll check type of S is not equal to string. It's basically checking, is this thing that we're passing on a string? Return meh, else return S the string char at 0. This is basically going through each letter of the string one by one, checking to see if it's and what? Oh, it's just going to, yeah, the char at the 0th index, and then slicing it back onto the string in the first position. Yeah. What is this saying to us? Can only be used in TypeScript files. Huh. Do I have to make this? I guess I don't have to say anything if it's inside the class. Is that correct? That should do the trick. Come back over. Capitalize is not defined. Is not a function. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. So I have to put the function outside of the class. More on that later, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing, so. But that works for me. We also wanted what? So we just really made it easy for ourselves to capitalize stuff now. Lovely. Lovely. I can hang with that. Doing more research on the whole issue that we ran into with this function here. Want to know why. Why that doesn't work. Very quiet today. Sorry about that. A little bit pensive. But that's what it is. This isn't... Do I want this to be a class method anyway? Probably not, right? I don't really want this to be a class method. I want this to be able to use outside of the Pokemon class if we ever move outside of the Pokemon class. That's okay anyway. But I do have to figure out how to put like methods in the. We do have methods in the class. Right here is a class method. So I don't know what the deal is here. More on that some other time, I guess. But cool. So it's capitalized in any case. Let's work on getting some stuff onto the thing. We'll set now. A setter must have one formal parameter. Can't remember how to make set methods. So the object of this set method is going to be to set our monster name in HTML once we have it. So it's going to accept the monster name. Oh. Now it shouldn't be yelling anymore. Alright, so we'll start off by what I'm doing to get element my ID. I'm checking. What I'm doing now is I'm going to get these set in where they're supposed to go, right? So, and then I take that. I can't remember the syntax. Let's see if it helps us out. Name block dot. Let's just say inner HTML. Monster name. Is that fine? Is that an appropriate setter? Like that's doing what we want it to do. Now we just have to call it, right? I'm just going to look at JavaScript setters one more time. Setter method. I think if I look at that, it'll give me a better sort of idea of what's going on with my life right now. Alright, set current name, this dot push. So it's basically, it's effectively sending the log, this set current name, this. What are you doing? Set monster name. It accepts a monster name. And then what does it do? Well, let's see if we can get it to do anything else. following their example. So this dot log dot push monster name. Down here. That's not right either. See, I actually don't know what I'm doing. So at this point, what? Set monster name. Okay. That would work. So let's see. Well, I guess I have to figure out about this. Yep, I need to do some more research because I don't understand what's going on. But what I want to do at this point is, or at some point anyway, move this into its own function. And then create like setter functions that take this response. Yeah, that should be easy. What am I doing wrong? I think I'm overthinking this. Let me reboot. Let me restart my thinking here. Set monster name, because I took that response, right? And then I will. What will I do with that monster name? I want to document dot get element by ID poke name dot inner HTML equal to monster name. I thought it just did it. I was all, what? Monster name is not defined. So why? So what am I doing wrong here? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. But we're coming to the last 5 minutes. I'm pretty happy with the progress we have made. So there's that. It looks like I have some research to do into setters. Once we get setters going, maybe we just take, I don't know. I'm about ready to get rid of this and just create a generic, like some sort of a function that takes this information and then just pushes it to where it needs to go on the page. I think that that's probably the best option. What we'll do here is like function push to page. This will accept some sort of like a Pokemon object, right? That new Pokemon, it'll accept the monster. Yeah. And then with that monster, it'll do like let it'll say what document dot get element by ID poke name. I like when we do this when we're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna dot oh shoot, that's probably what I'm doing wrong. No, that's right. Okay, cool. So there's the div. It shouldn't probably be a div, but inner HTML equal to Pokemon object dot monster name. I think. I gotta get rid of that. Oh, and then I gotta call it. There it is. It worked. Y'all can't see it. Well, maybe you can. Here, I'll zoom in more. Maybe we can see it then. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, I'll just turn this off. Charmander is on the page. Yeah, it worked. So we'll continue to do this. Is what I'll do is I'll go through the object, right? And just document.getElementById each one. Anyway, yo, we did a lot. We did quite a bit this stream. We got through the regional list, made it extensible by being able to pass in a region key rather than just keeping it at the red and blue list. We made a reusable function to capitalize each of the things that we wanted to capitalize as they're coming in. And we started this push to page function, which is something that I want to maybe change a little bit in the future. But for the time being, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with each of the way that these things are going. I think that, I think that it's great. I think that it's exactly where we want it to be. So I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for chilling with me as I kind of struggle in front of you. It's been great. I had a lot of fun. Learned a lot again. We'll come back with hopefully a little bit more skill, a little bit more knowledge, and a little bit more why this works the way it works. But that's until next time. And then until next time, I'll catch you later. Thanks for joining me. Have a good